Okay, I think we're live. We are live.
Cool. Right, go ahead and call this meeting to order. The first item on our agenda, the Athens-Clarke County Board of Elections and Voter Registration special meeting, June 9, 2020, 5 p.m. is a reading of the board member oath of office. I read it last time, and I can read it again this time, or unless another board member would like to go ahead and do that. Like in chorus, like in unison. Lead the way.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
I do swear or affirm that I will, as a member of the Board of Elections, duly attend all ensuing primaries and elections during the continuance thereof, that I will, to the best of my ability, prevent any fraud, deceit, or abuse in carrying on the same, that I will make a true and perfect return of such primaries and elections, and that I will at all times truly, impartially, and faithfully perform my duties in accordance with Georgia laws to the best of my judgment and ability.
The next item is to adopt the agenda. Do we have a motion?
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Raffle and a second by Mr. Napper. All in favor, raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? It's unanimously adopted. And the next item on our agenda is director's update.
Yes. Good afternoon, board. Let me start by saying that this has been an election that I do not believe anybody could be prepared for. I am aware right now of many counties who are going through a lot of, I'm going to say hazmat, either their equipment failed, they had limited numbers of co-workers at their precincts. But this pandemic has really been a challenge, not just for Athens-Clarke County, but for the entire state of Georgia. So I want to start first by commending our co-workers and commending our staff for just making what today has been.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been worse than what it's been, but it's here. It's here. We have dealt with a number of issues this morning. There were some locations that had some failures with their equipment, but we got it fixed. There's not a precinct that did not persevere. And I want to commend our co-workers. You know, we didn't have the number of co-workers that we wanted to have, but what we do have, they are working. They're making sure that our voters have the right to vote, whether it's on a ballot marking device or on a ballot paper, hand-marked paper ballot. Our voters are getting to vote today, and that's what our goal is, to make sure that every voter that wants to vote gets to vote. So prior to the election, as of today, we have processed 14,050 ballots. Our absentee ballots are still coming in by the boxes, not a handful.
So it's like you yesterday, remember?
Yes. Our voters are voting. They are using our ballot boxes. We are getting numbers and numbers of more ballots in our ballot boxes each day. We started off with a minimum of 2 ballots at transit. That eventually grew to 5, at transit. Again, this was one of our boxes that a lot of people don't visit. But at our office, we're taking in 200 or more ballots a day. Library is increasing. And the fire station, of course, our voters are fond of that location. So I think we picked some really good locations. I hope we will continue to use transit, because though we didn't have a lot of ballots there in November, if we continue the same process, we should have more ballots there, because our voters like to vote November versus Friday. So we want to be prepared.
And just voter information about that it's there. too.
Yes, more information. And normally when we do something the first time, the second time around, it's popular. Let's see. We processed 2,000, I gave y'all 2,594 voters in the update this week. Since then, we have located that there was 5 other voters who did not receive credit for voting when we counted our applications over the weekend, and those people have been put in the system, so our number now is 2,599. I believe there's one more voter that we're looking for that needs to receive credit, but the ballots that's cast on the ballot marking devices will be the number that will be considered our cast ballots.
When you say one more, we're looking, would you say more about that?
More, so we have one more application, but we're not sure which application didn't get posted on email.
Okay.
So we've got to find out who that person is so we can give them credit for voting.
But you're working on that.
Yes, well, we will have it up there before certification.
Okay.
We have processed 19,099 absentee ballots. 19,099 absentee ballots. As of Friday. Let me also say that I noticed in the news that Fulton County's right there where, you know, where the media is, so they're gonna be the ones to meet who gets picked on.
Mm-hmm.
They were not the only county that had ballots that were not processed.
Mm-hmm.
We had calls. We found out that there was a voter whose ballot was not received by the third-party vendor. We reissued the ballot right away. No ifs, ands. We didn't say, give it another day. Went once. So last week, the vendor no longer processed absentee ballots. It was left up to the counties to process the absentee ballots. So I took it as if it was mine. So I instructed staff that if someone called and said that they had not received their absentee ballot, reissue it right away. And that's what we did. We did have calls. So that Fulton County was not the only county who had that issue. And I don't know if it was the third party vendor, I don't know if it was the mail system. But we took ownership by reissuing those ballots. We also encouraged our voters that if they had not received their absentee ballot, we'd be glad to reissue it, but can we encourage you to vote in person? So I got a very interesting call from a voter who had tested positive for COVID-19, was concerned because they had planned to vote in person. And we had also a voter that came in and said that they're going to make it. They wanted to know how they could vote today. And I suggested voting late as possible and going to that precinct like about 6:50 and get in line and vote. Not let that be, you know, their reason for not voting, because they were interested in voting. And I didn't want to say, well, no, you can't, because we can't do that. So I wanted to give you all an update. I'm trying to think of calls that we've dealt with today. Pretty much we've tried to resolve every issue that has come into our office. And I feel good about what happened today. I started my morning off encouraging my staff and letting them know that we're going to write our story today. It's going to be a successful story, and every one of us will have a success story out of this. So we went in with a positive outlook. And could things have been better? Did we learn from this election? Yes, we did. We're going to walk away with best practices, and if we made mistakes, we're going to correct them. And that's just how I operate. I want you to know that. So I know when you went to your precincts today, you probably observed some things that we can work on. That's what we're going to do. We're going to work on it so that we'll have it perfected by November. We're going to know the system better by November. And we won't be dealing with one of the things. One of the things won't be that we'll have a double ballot. We'll have a ballot that has 2 elections on it. But one thing I cannot guarantee is today, probably 90% of our phone calls were voters who had shown up at the precincts who requested absentee ballots. And that slows things down. Because the poll worker has to call the office first to make sure the ballot has not been returned as a voted ballot, because we don't want somebody voting twice. If the ballot has not been returned, we go in the system and cancel the absentee ballot and allow the person to vote in person. They have to sign an affidavit to say that I am voting in person instead of my ballot being returned. So that has taken up a lot of our time in the office. Some of us haven't had time to eat. Some of our coworkers haven't had time to eat and take a break. I just want you to know we have some dedicated people of our staff and of our coworkers, and none of us take this lightly. If you have any questions about anything you observed today, I would love to hear them, but I want us to also keep in mind that we have a task after this, and that's to get our absentee ballots counted. If there's any delay in our results tonight, I foresee it being only in our absentee ballots because we did everything we knew we could do possible to start a tabulation early. And we started as early as possible, which started last week. We worked over the weekend and on yesterday, working on tabulation of our ballots. And if there's any delay in our results, then we definitely do that.
And voters are still submitting them until 7 o'clock, right? At the boxes.
7 o'clock, and I have a team of four teams of 2 people who will be at our ballot boxes at 7 p.m. They will put a sticker over the ballot box that says, this ballot box is considered closed at 7 p.m. Any ballots deposited after this time will be invalid and will not be counted. So we're going to be sealing those up. Yes, I think we'll have to take a picture of it. But there's a camera at every location, and they will, to the 2 people who are sworn individuals that will collect the ballots out of the boxes, they will bring them here. The ballots will have to be put in the ElectionNet system. The signatures will have to be verified, and then we will take them into the absentee ballot processing.
Those individuals able to still them into a mailbox later counting?
As of right now, they're not. Now that case that's open, which could be ruled on any day, which can happen. It happened in 2018. If it says that ballots that are postmarked today, if we receive them by Friday, if they say that we have to count them.
We'll still keep the ones coming in, obviously. They just will only be counted if there's a court order saying we can do that. Okay.
Which will likely.
So the current law as it is closed. Now, how are you to know if someone put it in the mail this morning? In the mailbox versus at 7:30?
They probably go by the postmark date, right?
So, but the postmark date, I mean, when I put a letter in the mailbox at 7 in the morning, it doesn't say 7 p.m. Versus when I put a letter in the mailbox at 7:30 p.m., it doesn't say, it just says.
You want to jump in on that?
They pick the mail up. And, well, first of all, let me preface it with this. And I'm not trying to be mean. But if you know you are putting that, you got this ballot, you need a date on it, you better go in there and go to that window clerk and say, stamp this, please. Because
hours ago.
Speaking as a political player.
yes, okay. But then on the other hand, they do the things they have in the post office. Now the boxes aren't picked up until the afternoon, the evening. If you look on there, they might have. They don't have over 2 pickups.
I'm sure the lawyer in this case has the same concern that I have.
Most of them are kind of like that.
But anyway, I just wanted to commend you and your staff and Lisa and everyone. I went to 9 locations today, and there was nothing that was overly glaring that we cannot simply fix. I helped some folks at the 5 Points one today. Everybody was great. There was a lot. I never observed anything overly negative that cannot be a simple fix.
Same here. I visited several. There were no major issues at all. I heard no issues with like voters complaining really. There's maybe one person where their name didn't get pulled up in the poll pad. It was resolved, they were able to do provisional, that was over at Gaines Elementary. It just happened to happen right there when I was there. But, so, you know, so far so good, as far as, I've had no complaints about lines or anything like that.
I went to 10, and same. And I went to 10.
I took a couple pictures of really good things I like. Everybody does it just a little bit differently, so.
It's just some minor stuff that needs a little adjustment. I feel so sorry.
It didn't have any air.
And no air conditioning. Ooh, Lord.
Mhm.
And
None.
I was up in there and I was dancing.
The last 2 weeks.
2 months.
I will
Two
say,
weeks. 2 weeks.
I'm not gonna keep this going longer than we have to, I just always say, we'll probably need to revisit, some locations. And that's like her co-workers today.
That's
One of
on
the
the county.
locations show that this wouldn't work for them. What, as a board, we're gonna, and we'll have to revisit polling locations to make sure we have an ample space. One of them is fire station.
I know about those.
Yeah, some of them we know about.
Gone on for a long
Transit's
time.
going
They just
to-
not started.
I mean, when I first came here, and I went around and looked at all the precincts, when they shut the transit, I was like, oh, okay.
5 points fire station.
Oh, yeah,
5 points
yeah.
is like.
All the fire stations.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
One,
are.
especially with all this new equipment, like, there's so much more equipment now, it's really cool. But that's something for another day. I just want to let you know, that's the one thing that I saw today really that stands out was we're gonna have to change up the locations.
And thank you for getting involved with the equipment delivery. I think we saw a lot of stuff from a different side too. So I appreciate you.
Yeah, it went really well. Mr. Knapp for helping with his know-how.
And I would like to see the board more involved in a lot of the things so that you'll understand a little more about the process and terminology and things like that. And get to participate in the conferences and, you know, being able to network with other counties. And so we're all set up differently. We're all different. It's still, you know, it's an opportunity.
Learn from each other.
Thank y'all for your support.
And the Banner Herald is already announced. So let's just stick through and finish on and
Actually, had a really great conversation with Rick on Flexible too. I didn't think it was on the record or anything.
is there anything, well, let me, the next, I don't want to cut you off, or is we good to go? Okay. Next item is public comment, and to my knowledge, there is none. I just checked my email right before the meeting started, there was none there, and y'all had none in the office, right?
Right.
And then, so after that, it's new business, election day, June 9, 2020. If there's anything we need to discuss about what the board is about to do, we can just quickly summarize that. If not, we can move forward.
No, I think Nan is gonna be ready to receive y'all and give you instructions. She's very bossy, y'all. She's real particular about that warehouse. That's her place. That's her thing. And I realize that. So I call little balls, shorty balls, I think is what I call them. So she'll give you instructions on all of
She's
that.
already.
Yeah, she's very territorial about
Kind of
the
the tallest guy in
warehouse.
the room, so.
Yeah, and I respect that. You know, she's got a lot of years of experience and I just respect that.
Is that a birthday for you?
It's her birthday. Yeah. But, she's got more energy than a 12-year-old.
Got a whole lot more than I
She's
do,
like
that's sure.
80. Oh, she's
85.
283. Yeah, but she's
I thought you said.
very territorial. She knows what to tell y'all to
You
do.
live to be 85 years old, I can better try to pay attention. I know that's well long. You live to be 85 years old, you're not hard to get to nobody, okay? So just expect.
Don't have time for the nonsense.
Everybody just listen to you. Just do it. Yeah, but I can't think of anything else. We want right in to try to contribute where we can with the absentee, so we can try to get out of here before midnight. And, because I know there's some candidates who really want to know if they won or lost, you know what I mean? So especially when it's local, and we want to,
Do we need to speak on the one race?
So there's still some decisions being made or some other laws, just to make sure that we're being covering every base. So no, we don't have anything right now.
Okay.
But hopefully between today and tomorrow, we'll have something.
All right. And did you, okay. So the next item is announcements. We have 3 meetings coming up. Provisional ballot reconciliation meeting on June 16th, be 1 o'clock, right here at the Facilities Management Building on Lexington Road. The next one after that will be election certification meeting, June 18th at 3 o'clock. And that'll be here as well, the Facilities Management Building on Lexington Road. And then after that, we have a regular scheduled meeting on July 7th at 3:30, and we're still working on location for that with all the COVID-19 things going on.
I have a question. Are we doing public viewing the same way?
Or
Any additional meetings?
they're all public, so I guess it's, now when it comes to, we're doing this for social distancing purposes, right? So it seems like if this is gonna be in effect, you know, if it's gonna be in effect on the 16th and the 18th?
Yeah, through the month of June, we'll still be meeting remotely,
Okay,
or still encouraging remotely.
okay. The board, how do y'all feel about doing it like this?
My preference is.
All right,
I'm good with what y'all want.
all right, Mr. Napper?
It's, pretty good. Whatever, now, so I'll go along with the program.
Okay, cool. All right, so we'll do them just like this.
Like this, or like we did the WebEx meetings where everyone is.
We can't do that with provisional reconciliation.
Well, obviously not. Or
So these-
certification.
So these two have to be different.
Yeah. These, yes, these two, and then July
July
7th, we'll see
7th.
what was the issue. from that
TBD, we'll
point.
figure that out.
And, on the provisional ballot reconciliation, meeting, we'll also have some absentee ballots that we want y'all to reconcile. Because there was some that voters printed their names, and we could tell it was them, but they didn't sign their names, but it'd be your decision
Okay,
on if we counted or not. And then there was some that didn't have signatures, there was some that had our attorney, issues, you guys make that decision. But any ballot that we reject, with the signature, we bring it before you all. If it's one we can remedy, of course, we're gonna remedy it. But if not, you guys will have it. We'll have those with that as well.
have we had any issues with scanning them in, the absentee ballots?
It is a slow process so far. We just started. We finished scanning all the PPP ballots, because that all has to be done separately.
Mhm.
So we finished those about an hour before you got here.
Mhm.
We started being able to scan the ones for June. It's a slow process right now.
Okay.
It's a steep learning curve.
Yep.
And, it's taking some reason. I mean, and I think it has to do with the tornado types of ballots. So it's not going as smoothly as we wanted, but hopefully by the time we get back in there, they will have figured it out and it'll be more.
Somebody told me that in another county, multiple other counties, like 1 in 10 was having a hard time, but 1 in 10 and it's slowing things down. I didn't know how things were on here, so I asked. Okay. And then we're, the voter review panel is gonna be doing the side by sides? Okay. And, but we'll address anything that we address when we meet on the 16th. Okay. Okay. Any other questions or comments? All right. Like I said, things seem to be going very smoothly, throughout the county. I think that small things are to be expected, but we're doing a really good job of handling it. So, do we have a motion to adjourn? We have a motion to adjourn. Ms. Till, do we have a second? Second by Ms. Fambro. All in favor, raise your hand and say aye. Aye. Mr. Nevin? All right, great. Any opposed? All right, it's unanimous. The meeting is adjourned.
Go back in there and see if there's any.
Wait till that camera is over. Like it's not on.
Sorry.
Or at least if Jeff come and pick this up, or if you want,
This is coming tomorrow.
okay.
Did you say it was 14